back to the channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is bodybuilding breakdown. And in this particular episode, I'm going to be picking a bodybuilder and I'm going to be breaking this bodybuilder down on his pros and cons. And we're going to get started with Maxx Charles. Maxx Charles, because he's about to compete in the Arnold Classic, and he's one of the ones who have had the ability to get into that top 5, drop out of the top 5, and hasn't been able to make it back to the top 5. Now, the competition as of late is not too overwhelming for the 2021 Arnold Classic. And I'm going to break down Maxx Charles simply because I like this guy's physique, and it is a balanced physique. And this is just my opinion, things that I wish that he would improve on from my point of view. Now, Maxx Charles, we're going to start with the arms. And naturally, this guy right here have no issues with his arms. I mean, he have that nice sweep to his triceps, and he have a nice peak to his biceps. So he also have the separation and details within that muscle once he's dieted down. So the arms, Maxx have no issues with. But one thing I would like to see him improve in is his traps from the front. From the front, his traps are not thick enough, in my opinion. And I wish he would bring that particular body part up to give that overall balance with his shoulders. And as far as his shoulders are concerned, his shoulders are completely capped, completely rounded, and they balance well with his arms. So he naturally don't have any issues with his shoulders. Now we're going to move down to the waistline. The waistline, there's no issues with that. He have a nice balance between his waistline and his shoulders. He's not a blocky guy. He's very, very aesthetic. And the guy is only missing a few things in my opinion. But like I said again, these are just my opinions on what I would like to see him improve. Now, his overall conditioning, we're going to go and get that part out the way. His overall conditioning stands to need a look into. In order for him to reach those top 3 type of thing, the guy's going to have to get his conditioning in line. And he's in decent shape, but he's not in that real competitive shape. So he's going to have to really hone in on his diet, whatever he's doing, or why he's holding water, because it looked like the guy holds water for some reason or another. He's going to have to figure that out. Now, down to his legs. His legs are good, very good legs. And the only thing I would like to see is the outer sweep of the thighs. I would like to see that be developed a little bit more. And his hamstrings. I would like to see him develop his hamstrings to a greater degree. Now, his calves are good, but I like to see guys with a larger calf that kind of tries to match up with the arms almost, at least the bicep part. And I think his calves, in my opinion, which a lot of them have this particular issue, I would like to see his calves be a little bit thicker. You know, just something I would like to see. That's just my thing. And the last thing we're going to talk about is his back. And the detail is in his back. it's like I said, just because of his conditioning, he ain't got his conditioning quite right. But he have all the muscle proportions in his back, which his conditioning is causing the detail in his back to be hidden, because he's going to have to get rid of that water that he's having. Excuse me. That water he's having, that he's holding, that's hiding those details in his back. But I would like to see, because of this guy's stature, I would like to see his back wider, just a little bit more wider, to taper out from his shoulders. That'll give him that better Cobra-like look. Now, other than that, Maxx Charles is pretty much where he needs to be. I'm not gonna make a whole lot of hoopla about his chest, because he have no issues with his chest. He have the upper, lower portion, midsection, and also the thickness of the chest. So his chest is not an issue at all. And right now we're making these judgments off of the Arnold Classic. The Arnold Classic. Arnold Classic. The Arnold Classic is quite different from the Mr. Olympia, because if you look at that classic part, that classic is classic physique. And that's pretty much what the Arnold Classic is all about. Classic type physiques, maybe a little larger than the classic competitors, but that's the look that's I'm making a judgment on the Arnold. The Mr. Olympia is a whole different entity on what they look for. But on the classic physique, Maxx Charles is right on par. I think the only thing that's preventing him from cracking back into that top 5, top 3 is the mere fact that this guy diet is not quite there. And now if he ever can hone in on that diet, then he'll be there, because he has a lot of the details that are in his body, but you can't see them because of the amount of water that his body is holding. Anyway, that's what I thought I'd talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.